The Lagoon 82 is the new flagship in the Lagoon Catamarans range, replacing the popular Lagoon 77, which was the most popular cruising catamaran over 70 feet. We're on board today to take a look at the new features, the layout and the design of this stunning new model. So welcome aboard. The vessel has been designed around comfort, performance and maximising the onboard volume, and we can really see that here in the aft cockpit. The platform that we're standing on now, the tender platform, is huge. It's about 20 square metres in size when fully deployed. Right now we're in lounging mode with the platform fully deployed. To put the tender on and lift the tender out of the water for passage making, the section that I'm on here actually lowers by about 6 inches. And the section after that slides forward hydraulically. The platform can then lower into the water with the chocks to pick up the dinghy for long-term storage. It's a very clever design and an amazing way to make even more space, practically doubling the size of the usable cockpit. Very clever design and looks amazing. Moving forwards into the main part of the cockpit, you'll notice it's a massive, expansive deck. All the furniture is loose, and this gives owners ultimate flexibility when they're specifying the layout and the design of their cockpit. You can really work with whoever you want to design the best layout that suits you. Here we've gone for lounging, comfort and seating. Plenty of entertaining space, and this is really a terrace on the sea just aft of the main saloon. But on either side of the cockpit, on the outboard sides, we have seating. On the starboard side, we have an external dining table here, beautifully finished stone top. Plenty of dining here for up to 8 people. Comfortable seats around this side make it a versatile layout with inbuilt seating on the outboard side for added comfort. As with every Lagoon model, every inch of onboard volume has been made use of. Plenty of underfloor storage below me here, as well as nice chase lounge seating. Moving into the saloon, and the luxury only keeps going. Inside to port, we have a large marble top dining table. Very comfortable seating on those days when the weather isn't quite perfect for seating outside. This is one of 3 dining tables, the third of which we see on the Flybridge, which we'll look at shortly. As we walk around the saloon, this is one of the big upgrades on this new model, is the volume and the layout up here. It's a very versatile layout, and there are many custom tweaks and changes that can be done at the shipyard level depending on an owner's preference. On this vessel, this is hull 1, and for the first year of production this is the layout that will be manufactured, but there are many other layouts currently being worked on by the design team. Up here we have a day use galley, so a servery if you like, for entertaining, for the crew to operate out of from a deck level. So this isn't our main galley. This is a satellite galley, if you like, well equipped with a fridge, sink, wine cooler, and I'm sure there are other additions you can add to this if you need. Makes a great breakfast bar as well. Moving around the saloon to the starboard forward corner, we come into the interior helm station. Now, this is a navigation monitoring station, well equipped with large Raymarine plotters and all the monitoring displays you could need. We do have throttles down here as well. So in terms of night watches, passage making, be that with yourself or the crew doing that on your behalf, they are well protected with good visibility in here if they need it. After the helm station, down the starboard side of the saloon, we have the comfortable lounging and coffee table area. The interior of the vessel has been designed by Nauta Design, the Italian design studio. They do a lot of the Lagoon range, and you can really see how they put the finesse and the effort into the finer details and the finishes on this Lagoon 82. Moving from the saloon, we'll head down into the main galley now. So this is a lateral galley, we call it. And so this is the galley inner hull. And on this layout, we have 4 cabins plus crew. So 1 master, 3 VIP guests, a galley down plus crew as well. So there's a lot going on in the hull, so let's take a look. As we come down the port forward companionway, immediately in front of us, we have the access for the day head. So this is direct access for your guests on board for the day who might not have a cabin that they're allocated to. You come down here as well, we also have one of the VIP suites. Now this is the smallest of the VIP suites, but very comfortable, very plush, lovely carpet in here, and it feels very quiet. You know, the finish on these premium Lagoon models is second to none. Lots of soft paneling on the walls, creating a very quiet environment, relaxing away from the busyness of the rest of the vessel. This cabin also has separate access into the day head here, so that when this cabin is occupied, it has an ensuite attached. Moving forward, we come into the galley. And the galley, this has really been set up as a crew mess on this vessel. It's a very sensible layout. Immediately on the inboard side here, there's a little dining area for the crew to refresh themselves. And then we move into the full galley itself. Full Miele equipment, the highest of quality, and huge fridge here as well. Notice above me here in the deck, we have a large opening hatch. So provisioning directly into the galley is very easy, especially lifting something out of a provisioning boat next to us. So direct access in here from the deck, which is a big plus for many crew members. Moving further forward, we come into a bunk room for the crew. So comfortable bunks, one above the other here, plenty of crew storage, and then a toilet with an ensuite shower as well. If we go further forward, we go into what we call the bow compartment. There's a watertight door, but there are additional berths in there as well. So a vessel, you know, this vessel can be run with 4 crew, fully accommodated in this forward section of the port hull with full privacy. So we'll work our way up in terms of accommodation. We've looked at the one VIP suite down here. If we come to the starboard side of the vessel and the aft companionway, we head down into the next VIP suite. So a fore and aft queen size bed here makes it very comfortable with huge windows for natural light. There's a lot of storage in here. Just looking straight away, I can see so much. And then if we move forward, we go into the ensuite bathroom for this cabin. Lovely Corian worktops, plenty of hidden strip lighting. It's a really atmospheric place in these cabins and very soft on the eyes. There's nothing offensive about it. It's just very comfortable and very homely for guests when they are on board. A large shower with a rain head makes this cabin even more comfortable. Your guests are really not going to want to leave. This cabin's equipped with a beautiful writing desk here, so if they need some privacy, they've got everything down here that they need. Making our way back into the cockpit, we come into the third guest cabin here. Separate access, so private access direct from the cockpit, takes us down into this twin berth cabin. Now this cabin is set up with twin bunks. Again, this is the setup that's been done on the first boat. However, if an owner wanted this as a double or a queen, that can also be done. I think this is quite a good setup because it gives flexibility. You've got the owner's cabin, 2 VIP cabins, and a twin room here as well. This cabin is also equipped with a high quality toilet and shower compartment with the same high level of finish as all the others. The design of the 82 is all focused around comfort, space and enjoyment on board. And as we head into the owner's cabin, this is really where we see that come into its own. The owner's suite down here is an absolute oasis. Separate from the rest of the vessel, this offers complete luxury for those that want it. Access is amazing through a wide sliding pocket door, giving an easy access down into the suite down here. Immediately aft, we have a huge bathroom, a double sink setup with a comfortable shower and a head on the inboard side. This area is probably double the size of all the other head areas on the vessel, representing the luxury that we have in this cabin. Immediately forward of the head area, we have a writing desk here, facing outboard, but a good place to get some work done when you want to. On the outboard side here, we have the signature hull door. So your private terrace on the sea, a boarding ladder as well. So you can actually enjoy the water fully from here without having to head to the rest of the vessel. It's an amazing setup and an amazing piece of engineering from the shipyard in Bordeaux. And a lot of our owners do select this for the offering that it gives you ventilation, light, and direct access to the ocean. Back into the cabin and moving forward, we come to a huge and comfortable king-size bed. Beautiful paneling, hidden strip lighting, and soft finishings make this your oasis away from home. As the owner, You also have the luxury of a full walk-in wardrobe here, fully set up for life on board the vessel. Bonsoir. Moving back to the communal parts of the vessel, we come back into the saloon and exit through the forward door. Now this is a huge forward cockpit and the biggest we've seen on any Lagoon to date. The reason being that the saloon windows actually scallop back into themselves. So the saloon window comes out here and then ducks back in by about 1 meter to create extra volume here and make this space feel larger. Huge seating around this side, a sun pad on the other side, and the option for a jacuzzi for those that want. Behind me here, there's a lowering window with direct access into the day galley. So serving, super easy out of here and plenty of ventilation going into the vessel. One of my favorite features about this new style of forward cockpit from Lagoon is that we feel quite high up. We don't feel like we're sitting down inside the boat just looking over the gunnel. We're definitely sitting on the foredeck here. We're definitely nice and protected, but we can see very easily out over the sides of the vessel. Above my head here, we have a shade cloth covering the whole entirety of this area, easy to deploy when you're at anchor. Moving forward, the foredeck and the trampolines are very expansive, and the benefit of being on a catamaran is that we just have so much real estate to play with when we're on board with our guests. Important not to forget that we are on a sailing yacht. In terms of sailing, the Lagoon 82 has really been designed as a blue water passage maker. It's got an efficient and modern sail plan. We have a stay sail here, followed by a genoa on the bow, and you can put a code 0 on the bowsprit as well. Asymmetrical spinnakers and symmetrical spinnakers are also options in the sail wardrobe. So whatever your itinerary, whatever the skill set of yourself or the crew, you can set the sail plan up perfectly for your adventures. The Lagoon 82 is a big boat, and we are employing big boat ideology on board. Where possible, anchor chains are covered and the windlass is inset into the deck. Access to chain lockers is very good with plenty of storage up here, but when it's all closed and packed away, the deck looks clean, tidy and comfortable. Now, saving the best till last, let's go to the Flybridge. But as we do that, making our way down the decks here, they're huge, wide side decks, completely flush with the hatches, and given the raised gunnel we have here, the railings are at a very good height. That's about hip height on me, so I'm feeling very secure. Access to the Flybridge is from the port aft. And a nice feature on this boat, similar to what we have on the Lagoon 65, is a straight companionway up to the Flybridge. Moving into the seating area here, you'll notice as well, as with the downstairs cockpit, all the furniture is loose. And when I say loose, it is movable. It is possible to secure it. However, the deck has been created as a blank canvas so that owners wishing to specify exactly as they want can do so. A very comfortable seating and lounging area here with a coffee table makes this one of the ultimate places to hang out on board this vessel. Moving forward, on the starboard side, we come to a large dining table set up for 8 people here. And this is a third of the 3 dining options we have on this vessel. As we move around the Flybridge, it's easy to see that this is one of the biggest flybridges in its class. Just over 50 square meters we have up here in real estate to customize exactly how you wish. On the outboard side, moving forwards on port here, we have a lovely wet bar set up very well with a Kenyan barbecue, sink, refrigeration, and an ice maker underneath. Forward of that, we have the port helm station. Twin helms on this vessel make sailing an absolute ease. Full electric winches set between the helm stations and huge navigation gear, all from Raymarine on either side. Twin controls for the engines are also an option, so maneuvering from either side is an easy task. Now, on a large vessel like this, we always look at the visibility and the line of sight from the respective helm positions. From this helm position and the one on the other side, I have full visibility of the mast through the windows in the bimini top. It's also important to note that further back in the bimini, there is a retractable sunroof located over the sun lounges and the seating. In terms of visibility, when I stand at this helm station, I can see all the way down the port side of the vessel, all the way to the transom at the back. So parking this side too, I've got full visibility of the operation. And that's the same for the starboard side. From the starboard helm station, I can see the whole of the starboard side of the vessel, and that's the benefit of having controls on both sides. Sailing of the vessel is done with a full Harken winch setup, all of them electric, and spin lock running gear as well. Now, talking of propulsion, the vessel is powered by twin John Deere engines, and they're 230 horsepower each. Per side, there is 1,400 litres of diesel, and the vessel carries 1,600 litres of fresh water. There are main generators, auxiliary generators, and water maker options to make this a fully autonomous vessel, should you wish. The Lagoon 82, at 24 metres long and bang on 11 metres wide, is set up as a blue water passage maker. Sailing around the world, exploring the Mediterranean, the Caribbean, the Pacific, this vessel can do it all and in absolute comfort. And this is exactly what we see our owners doing. They pick up the boat in Bordeaux, they explore the world before heading back to Australia, and this vessel is set up perfectly for it. The Lagoon 82 sets a new benchmark in design, layout and quality from the Lagoon Catamaran shipyard in Bordeaux, and we can't wait to get your feedback. My name was Joe Fox from the team at TMG Yachts. We do hope you enjoyed this walkthrough of the stunning new Lagoon 82. If you did like this video, please like and subscribe to be updated with more Lagoon content.